They, I'm not wearing any hair gel right now. My mind just. Yeah. So, Star Wars. Let's talk about it. Spoilers, duh. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna be everyone. You've by this point you've seen everyone's not only reviews but all the spoilers discussions. On Die, Kylo Ren's his kid, all the spoilers. Everyone knows them all. Uh, so this is not going to be a single, wow, the movie was great when this scene happened and this scene. Um, because again, everyone knows it. Everyone knows it's good. Everyone knows the big problems. So I'm gonna keep this brief to the main thoughts I had. Was good. Admittedly, when I was watching the credits, I was like, this is. It was good. I wasn't mind blown. I wasn't like halfway through. I wasn't watching my watch, but I'm just like, oh, okay, this isn't because when I went to the Avengers, I was literally on the edge of my seat. I was just like, my hands in my hands, just like, like it was amazing. It was an experience. I don't know how to say it without being cheesy, but yes, it was this great thing, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, and it just kept topping and topping. I'm just like, there wasn't ever a moment I was just like, yeah, but it was kind of like, I'm enjoying this. I like this scene. I like this. I like this. I like this. And so again, it's kind of like the similar thing with Fallout, where it's great, it's good, I enjoy it. I don't have a lot of problems, but there was never a moment in Star Wars where I was like, oh my god! It's just like, cool, I enjoyed this. Hey, I like that. Very, very funny. Obviously, a lot of people have said that. A lot of jokes, a lot of BB-8 with the lighter. That was funny. But yeah, so as I've settled down, listened to people, I have to agree. Like, it was a good movie. I don't have any complaints with it. Obviously, in my head, I hyped it up as it's like, again, today's the whatever 21st, whatever. It's broken all sorts of records, like highest movie of all time, I believe, or whatever. But so you hear that and you're like, oh man, it made 100 mil in pre-sales. It's gonna be amazing. It's just like, yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. I don't regret it. I'd go see it again. I'll probably see it again on New Year's or Christmas or whenever. Uh, but so that's a big thing I wanted to say is just enjoy it for what it is. It's Star Wars. Again, none of the other Star Wars do you're not like, oh my god. Even when you see it, you're like, oh man, Star Wars, that was great. I want to see that again. Same with this one. I'd totally go see it again, right in a heartbeat. And in terms of the actual movie, again, the humor is weird. It's not bad. It's just like the other 4, 5, and 6 were not this jokey. This one is super jokey. I wouldn't say like a joke per minute, but at least in every scene, on the ship with the monster thing, with BB-8 and the lighter, the opening where he's like, do I talk first or you? Like I can't tell with that mask. It's kind of hard. It's very funny and silly. So it throws you off, but I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say, oh jeez, they're making jokes. Star Wars is serious. Star Wars is a very important thing about robots and tentacle squid things saying it's a trap. No, it's silly. It's goofy. It's different, but I enjoyed it. What else? The Kylo Ren thing. He killed Han. Um, I won't lie. Again, that's one of those things you could tell it was gonna happen when, like literally one of the earlier scenes of the movie is I think he says like, "Hey, I gotta kill my dad" or something like I just and there's a and there honestly there was a brief second where he's like, "Hey, Dad, I need you to help me with this. I need to do something." And then Han Solo's like, "Hey, yeah, cool, son. I'll help you with whatever." And then son, boom, lightsaber stabs him. Uh, Again, everyone knew about it. There was a lot of the spoilers, like, oh, Kylo Ren's Jar Jar Binks or whatever. Like a lot of stupid ones. this was the one, and again, if you look logically, like they basically spell it out, but even still, I it did not lose its impact, but it's just like, oh man, wow, okay, yeah, because I do agree with people like it wasn't a bad death. It's just Han Solo again. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but he's built up to this huge mythic level, these proportions, and it's just like he talked to a guy and got stabbed. It's a fine death. It's fine. It's just like you imagine Han Solo riding a giant squid into it, like Jack Sparrow and Pirates 2, whatever. Dead Man's Chest, where like he like runs and he just goes into the crack in his mouth, and he's just like, that's an awesome death. You're just like, and dead. Um, that and Kylo Ren. I don't know who this Adam Driver guy is. I think he's on Girls or whatever. I, I, from a comedic standpoint, I think I can tell people in a few years or whatever are gonna be upset with him because people are making jokes like Bane, because he's very, I'm not evil enough. I like the idea they set up where it's like, oh, he wants to be evil, but he's kind of tempted by the light side. I like that, but they didn't go. He's just like, I want to be evil. I want to be a Sith, just like Grandpa. Grandpa was a Sith. Yeah, like I thought they could have done his character better. Also, and again, he has that long, flowing black hair. It's just he looks wimpy. He looks like a freaking dweeb. And again, it's like he fine, but as being the kid of Han Solo, it's like, really, that's Solo's kid? I mean, yeah, I guess they can't all be winners, but yeah. So that's pretty much it. Again, I didn't want to. You've seen all the other ones. There's like a million others that go into all the plot details. The main thing I wanted to say is I enjoyed it. I had fun. I want to see it again. I think it's better than the prequels, though I will defend Episode 3 to my death. But yeah, it's fun. It's awesome. I guess the only thing I would say is maybe that ending was a bit weak. Like Luke was not in it. Like he was in the last shot. I don't know if we needed to see Luke, to be honest. Like I would have liked to, me personally, because it's kind of weird because it's just like she and Chewie fly the Millennium Falcon. They go into the hyperdrive or whatever, and they go to Ireland, and there's like a 2-minute scene of her climbing cliffs and rocks, and it's like that felt like an excuse for them to go Ireland. They're like, hey guys, we need a trip, so let's go to Ireland or whatever. I know they filmed it in England or whatever. It still doesn't matter. It felt very kind of unneeded, and then he's just standing there on that cliff, just like, yeah, I'm standing here on a cliff. I thought he had a grave. That would have been nice if they, said, oh, I made a grave for Han Solo because I could feel his force or whatever die. But yeah, it would have been nice to kind of like Empire Strikes Back, where Rey and Chewie go and they just fly off and in credits. People said they would have been pissed. I'm sure they would have been fine because maybe like a quick second of like Luke going like, oh, or like, a hooded figure like, because we had the scene with Leia, because she still has the Force. It's not like she lost it. But yeah, so I don't know about that. You could have trimmed like 2 minutes off that. Again, nitpicking. That's the best thing I gotta say is there's no one solid. It's like even Kylo Ren, as the opening scene where he just comes out and he just boom, like it's like Darth Maul. He was mostly in the shadows for the, he was like, oh, master, our plan, and whatever. And then you fought in the desert. He was cool. Kylo Ren just, literally, the first 3 minutes movie, comes out, starts killing people, badass, whatever. I don't know who that guy was, by the way, in the opening. They're like, oh, I've kept this secret. And that actor is going to be bugging me. If you could tell me in the comments below. He's in something. He's very famous. You'll spend the entire time like, I know that guy from something. But yeah, overall, taking out what everyone else has said, personal, just real quick bullet points. Kylo Ren was, I thought he was okay. Like honestly, like Dooku was probably a better villain. He's better than Maul because Maul doesn't have character. Grievous is just a robot, so it was like, oh, okay. I mean, we need a general of the droid army. But yeah, so he's in the middle. He's not terrible. It's just like he's very, he's very cryy, and like I said, he's like a nerd. He's obsessed with his grandpa. He's like, I want to be a Sith. Um, so Kylo Ren's character could have been better, but now he's quote unquote full evil. He's gone to the full dark side, so maybe he will be even angrier in the next one. Andy Serkis was some weird hologram alien. I don't know if we needed that. Just at least in terms of we needed to see him again. That was another one that we could have waited to the next one. That's the biggest problem was it's both a love letter to Star Wars, but you also have to remember it's part of a new trilogy. Uh, so it's just kind of weird because it's like, hey, remember this and this and this is. Oh, by the way, we're setting up a new story. But no, don't worry, we're paying attention to the fans. Like a lot of people have noted, it feels like they're making up for the prequels, and it is good, but it's kind of like I wish the movie had the balls to stand on its own. Again, people have comparing how it's similar plot to Episode 4 and all that. But again, it's great. Not amazing, not shit, just great. I'm not going to give a number, but it's good. I enjoyed it. I want to see it again. That's the best recommendation I can have. Did it have problems? Yes. Is it perfect? No. Is it more on the cheesy kind of side? A little, but again, just nitpicky stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. People are going to enjoy it. And yes, Star Wars is back. I am excited for the next one because they've done all the kind of awkward, story building. There's lots of secrets, lots of mysteries. We don't know what's wrong with Rey, who's her parents, all that stuff. I feel like we'll get more in Finn's character. Poe, the pilot dude, he was really awesome. I was just like, he's some freaking pilot or whatever. He's really funny, awesome. I feel like we'll get more of him. This is the setup to a new Star Wars. Very much tied to the old ones, but really at the end of the day, that's not a huge problem. And I thought it was awesome. So yeah, go watch Star Wars and happy vlog hunting because God knows enough people are gonna be talking about this movie for years and years and years.